back and not actually do what we need to do to create that and actually allow that to come in. And sometimes just for our own personal growth and the evolution of our soul and the contract that our soul has with our own individual journey, we're not meant to know every single thing, okay? So just keep that in mind. But it's like, yeah, it's like I see someone like looking into a crystal ball, like trying to figure it out, like pulling cards, doing this, doing that, like trying to connect to their guides, and you're just getting silence or you're getting conflicting messages. And that's something to remember too when you do things like divination, okay? We can very easily be doing it from a space of where we've got a lot of fear, or we're just really anxious, or we just like have this energy of almost a bit of desperation. It's like, which is okay, right? But like, we need to know, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. That actually comes through in the cards. And so you'll pull conflicting messages, and one minute you get the Sun, you're like, oh, awesome. The next minute you get the Ten of Swords, you're like, oh my God, I'm so confused, what's going on? Because your energy is jumbled. The best time to do divination is when we're centered. We're in a very neutral energy. We're not heightened with excitement, and we're not like heightened with fear or feeling really low. It's just we're in a really neutral position. That's the best way to get the really clear messages. And same when you go in to chat to your guides. So if you're feeling kind of like that nervous energy, or you're feeling really heightened with your emotions, then do some like nervous system regulation before you even go tapping in to kind of get some information. And trust too that some of the best messages and the best guidance that I get comes through when I'm doing the most mundane things. In the shower, washing my hair, doing the dishes, listen to a podcast sometimes I'm doing the dishes on Audible, or like a book on Audible, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I get it. Like I've got the clarity, or I have this idea and it feels really good, and I'll stop and I'll quickly write it down and I'll get back to what I'm doing, and then I'll go to it later. So just remember, a lot of the messages come through in that period, and the transition and the void is so important. I think that while we can get really frustrated in the void, which is normal, okay, we're human, but it's actually a really important part of the process and a part of your journey. When we find ourselves in the void, it's where the magic happens. It's where we figure out what's for us and what's not, where we want to go and what we want to leave behind, what our patterns are, what we do that is like keeping us where we are, and it's not allowing us to like step into the next level, okay? What else? Lots coming through. I was like, no,